So we're giving Lon Strickler a phone call here because we want to make sure going in, we're going to see if he can remote view in as we head onto the forest. Right?
Yeah, hello.
Lon, how are you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man.
All right. Tim and I are in our Jeep. We're on the logging roads, about to head into the forest. We thought we'd give you a phone call. We are recording here for this next episode of Secrets of the Forest. So it's good to have you here with us.
Well, just let me say from the very beginning, I started this RV approximately 2 hours ago. I haven't got to the fifth phase yet, but I do have some interesting things to tell you.
Dun, dun, dun. Well,
first of all,
before you start, I just want to explain to the people watching, Lon Strickler from phantomsandmonsters.com, make sure you check out his YouTube channel and hit subscribe, is also a remote viewer, and he is remote viewing in prior to us going into the forest, and then while we are there, we're going to see what happens, and then after we are done in the forest tonight at Flight 21, we're going to contact Lon again to see what he got and compare it to what we got tonight. So Lon, what did you get so far on your remote viewing?
Well, before I started the actual session tonight, about 36 hours prior to that, I've been hearing a phrase, and it's been coming, it's happened various times. And in fact, the sound woke me on the morning of Friday, July 11th, about 6:30 in the morning. Ooh. And that phrase has been, "Some will come."
Some will come.
Some will come. Okay.
Do we know what that some is?
I have no idea, but as I've gone along with this, I started the remote view and the entered sessions about 7:17 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Daylight Savings Time. I picked up on the weather around 7:31. It's mild, less humid than earlier, partly cloudy, maybe some mist. There's a noticeable breeze. I mean, this is at the location now. Now, after incorporating the coordinates in the ideogram from phase 1, I immediately sensed an energetic presence around the second gifting location. Now, it wasn't corporeal, but intelligent and determined. And I again heard, "Some will come."
Huh.
Interesting.
So at about 7:55 my time, I initiated phase 2. And this is the sensory data. I had not received any visuals at that time, or at the end of phase 2, but the energy was increasing. But this time I heard, "Some are coming."
Oh, okay.
As I'm standing there by the second gifting site, in my subconscious, I feel a subtle breeze on my back. I feel a bit disoriented, almost dizzy. Now, as usual, during my remote viewing sessions, I visualize color patterns, which indicate spiritual energy in the area. And I may have told you this before, but the foam green and pink color combination visual usually tells me that there's some type of spirit energy in the area. And I was getting that. Okay. As well, I got the sense or smell of a cinnamon-like odor. And this is typical for me.
What does the cinnamon mean?
It means there's spirit energy in the area.
Okay.
I believe that this energy that I felt was indicative of crash victims. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it was. I hope that these energies are going to try to communicate with you and Tim tonight.
Oh, cool.
I have a sense that they are in tandem with otherworldly, possible celestial energies that are frequently present at the site.
Lon,
So around,
yeah.
Go ahead.
In talking to Robin Haynes earlier this week, she felt that the second gifting site that we've created is that they being the Sasquatch are not a fan of that site, and we should look at putting the stuff back at our original gifting site where Tim just happened to find his wife's ID after missing for 2 weeks. What do you think about that?
Okay. Well, this has nothing to do with Sasquatch. These are these other beings that are leaving gifts and vice versa.
Okay.
Let me go through the next phase. Now, the end of the phase, next phase 3, ended at 8:34 p.m. my time,
Okay.
which is a dimensional analysis. I finished it. As I started that phase 3, I picked up on limb pain. Now, I don't know if this pertains to Dave or Tim, a corporeal entity, or a creature in the area, maybe a residual recall from the crash, or whatever it was. It was subtle, but it was distinct.
Okay.
Now, this next part is something I thought pretty interesting, and it's something that you're going to have to figure out when you get there. I sense that there may have been physical changes at the location compared to what was seen there during the last investigation, which was, I don't know anything of because that was last Saturday. The physical change or changes are being associated as infiltration. Now, I have no idea what that means, but there is a sense of agitation as a result. So I believe that you're going to be going in there and seeing something was disturbed, moved around, or whatever.
Okay.
I can already confirm that. I went up to and took my father last week to the site, and whoever had been up there moved more of the crash landing gear onto the log to display it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I picked up on that.
Well, good pickup because it did.
Anyway, at 8:59 my time, I ended phase 4, which is an energetic presence inquiry. And an otherworldly presence has been felt throughout the entire session, but I now believe that it may be celestial. In other words, a sentient being from another realm of existence. I mean, it wasn't typical what I sensed with those that we associate as alien and extraterrestrial. There is intention and purpose with this intelligence. Now, I haven't heard any communication. I believe they are waiting for you and Tim to arrive.
Well, that's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
All right, Lon, we're going to head into an area because we're just about to the area where we lose cell phone service, and we will call you as soon as we come out in order to give you an update on what happened, okay?
Sounds good.
Thank you, Lon.
All right, Lon, thank you very much.
Take care.
Thanks, buddy. Bye.
Okay.
Well, I guess the good news is we have nothing to fear. We're not going to get, those Wendigos or those skinwalkers or whatever that are going to come out and all of a sudden try and lure us into the forest this time.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely. All right. Should we make our way?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go have some fun. Hey, everybody, it's Dave Scott and
Tim James.
hanging on out with you. Once again, we are at Flight 21, and I just want to say thank you. I mean, at the time of this recording, we have over 6,300 people who have viewed our video. Now, that may not be a lot of views for a lot of people, but for us, it's way more than what we expected.
Unbelievable. And thank you very much, everybody that's watched. That's super awesome.
Yeah, it is absolutely great. Now, we have skipped a week being here. And Tim, I want you to explain why we skipped a week last week, because one of the things that we are very profound about is really following what the phenomena tells us. And you got a weird message last week, and that's why we didn't come.
Yeah. So what had happened is the night before, so Friday night, because we come up on Saturdays. So Friday night, I was feeling just not 100%, and not in a bad way. It was like, something's not right. And then when I went to bed that night, I had a very vivid dream that Dave and I were driving in, and there was like a translucent wall on the drive in before we come up through the ravine, and we couldn't get around it, couldn't do anything. And it was like, okay, so it was just a dream. And then the next day, all day in my head, I kept hearing, you guys need to stay. You guys just stay home. Just stay home. In a good way, again, like almost like they were doing, somebody was doing house cleaning and didn't want you to come over to the house. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's what it felt like. So I phoned or got a hold of Dave, and I said, look, man, I'm just getting a weird gut feeling, and it's, again, not threatening. We've just got to, I'm not going tonight. Something's telling me that we just need to not be here. So that's why we didn't come up, and it was my fault.
Well, the big thing is we're listening to what the phenomena tells us.
Mm-hmm.
At no point during this investigation have we tried to push it just yet.
No.
We have been really pushing it in a way to listen to the phenomena and allowing the phenomena to dictate. And when you hear those little voices in your head that kind of say, you know what, it's not a good time to go. I've had to learn the hard way about listening to that voice. You took it right off the bat. I was very happy. Like, Tim was worried that I was going to be upset by this. And I was like, no, man, like if we're getting messages here that it's not a good day to go, we're not going to go.
Right.
So this is why we're here. Now, we came up already. We've already had a couple of weird things happen on the way up today. Unfortunately, on the drive, we don't really film the drive up here because otherwise we'd be going through a bunch of tape and shaking with the camera. That's right. I don't know how to really explain this, but we were driving along on the logging road, probably 5-6 miles from here, maybe 7 miles from here.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, on our way in. And it's not unusual to see cattle out here. A lot of farmers and ranchers will allow their cattle to free range in this area. And so I saw these two big black things looking like black cows. Here was the problem. As we were going by, and I'm kind of watching them out of the corner of my eye while I'm driving, and the one cow has like a cat-like tail. You know how it goes kind of when they're walking, it goes straight out and then it kind of curves at the top? That's what this was doing. And I immediately hit the brakes and I said, Tim, I just saw something. And we immediately reversed the vehicle. We went back to try and find it, and they were gone. And we were in a very close tree area. Like, it was very open. Like, it was a forest fire area. There's not a lot of growth there with trees, and you can see for quite a ways, probably 200 yards in.
Easily, yeah.
And these things just vanished. I don't know what they were, but I've never seen a cow with a panther-like tail. Okay, and they were big, like the size of a cow, not the size of a cat, the size of a cow.
Yeah.
And Tim actually went in there to see if he could see anything. You had some sort of weird smell.
Yeah, it got in there, and David pointed it out, and you could see there was a game trail in there. I was looking for prints to, whatever. Didn't see anything. It's very soft ground in there. Didn't see anything at all. But when I got to where Dave said that he had seen something, yeah, it was a stinky, rancid smell. And again, we're going through our brains, living up here in northern British Columbia. Bear, no, don't have a tail like that. Moose, no. And 9 times out of 10, the cows and anything like that, except for a bear, will run off into the trees and then stand in there and watch us. And yeah, we can see forever in there. And there was nothing.
Nothing whatsoever.
No.
So we're here. We're going to do a few things. On the recommendation of Robin Haynes, we are going to be checking on out. We're going to be checking on out. Pardon me, I was just checking the clock there. Our gifting site, and we're actually going to be moving the site we created, where the whistle, the quartz, the jade, and the 2 coins are. We're going to move that over to another area. And the reason why we're doing that is because we're moving it to the original gifting site that we had a number of years ago. We've pointed it out to you guys on earlier films, and we'll explain when we do that why we're doing that when we get there. So the other thing that we're doing too is, as you heard earlier in this video, Lon Strickler from phantomsandmonsters.com. Make sure you go to his YouTube channel, give him a thumbs up, and hit subscribe. He is actually remote viewing. Oh, black flies.
There's lots.
He is actually remote viewing while we are here. Now, we will have no communication with Lon because in this area, there is 0 cell phone service. So when we come out, Lon is on the East Coast in Pennsylvania. So it's a 3-hour time difference. When we get out of the forest, Lon will, and we get back into, you hearing something?
No, just saw something, but my eyes.
Okay. Oh, okay. You see it in the camera?
I saw it right up here.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we get out of here and we get back into cell phone range, we're going to reconnect with Lon, see what he picked up, see what we're able to get tonight. We may put Tim back under the Estes method to see what's happening, and we're going to go from there. So we're going to get started here, guys, and thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit subscribe, ring that bell. You guys did a great job at not only watching this video, but making those comments. I love reading the comments. I know so do you.
100%. And great.
And the one thing I want to say about the comments that we are reading, if you have ideas for us, put them in there. Like one of the ideas was that when we stop and pause, we should actually zoom in just to see if we could see anything rather than giving the faraway angles. Because we're amateurs. We're big time amateurs on this. And so if you have any comments or you see something, let us know in the comments below. We'd appreciate that. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for making our last video a success. This is time number 6 that we are out here on our own. Everything is set up the same, and let's get going. We're just getting started here at Flight 21 tonight. We've gone in and said hello to everybody at the crash site, the spirits that are there. The feeling around here right now, and Tim, you can concur, is that we are being watched. And it's not a scary thought that we're being watched. Like, it doesn't feel like we're in danger. It just feels like there is eyes all over the place tonight. It really does. What do you think, Tim?
I agree. I feel like we're being watched. And even when we were coming in, I said to Dave, I had said that it feels like I'm hearing conversation, background conversation, but lots of it in my head. So, and yeah, I am feeling like we're being watched, but not in a bad way.
Oh, and we should point out before we go any further, if you end up hearing any type what sounds like roaring or anything behind the scenes, there is a bunch of cattle that are free range grazing over here. So we definitely want to make sure that we're not saying, hey, that's Sasquatch, because it's not.
No.
It's cows.
Yeah.
All right.
We will listen very, very carefully
That's
too.
Right. So what we're going to do first here is we are going to head over to the gifting site. And we are going to move the one gifting site to the next range. We're going to check the original tree, see if anything has moved there, because we still have a couple of blue marbles there. And we're going to make some moves here, see what happens. And we'll explain why when we get to the original gifting site, guys. So bear with us.
Bear with us.
If you want to head up that trail, Tim.
Yes, sir. Now I'm going to point at the ground today, just for see if we can see anything here. Nothing.
Well, the marbles have been moved.
Hang on. I'm going to put that down there. That's fine.
The marbles have moved.
Oh, yeah. And I do that every time just so that I...
Yeah, you're good at stepping on that.
Yeah, I am. Right there.
So both of them are there.
And they were up here before.
Yeah. Now, we should point out this is probably a natural occurrence. The reason why is because we've had a couple of really hard torrential rains that have ripped through here over the last couple of weeks. So the fact that the marbles have moved, it's not really anything that is speculative that it's humans or Sasquatch or whatever. So if you want to just, since you're close to them, just want to grab them and put them back, that would be great.
Try to do it looking through the camera.
Well, you are an expert.
There we go. So I put them right there against the base of the tree. Perfect.
Now, for the record, I don't think anything is going to be moving at the gifting site that we have now, but we're going to head over there, and then we're going to take those items and we're going to put them at the original tree. And just like I suspected, nothing has moved here.
No.
Although it does look like the one piece of jade has moved, but once again, that could have been from the heavy rain.
Yes, for sure.
So I'm just going to grab these. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Get over there. So for people who haven't seen, we have a whistle there. And the reason why we have a whistle here is Daryl Denton, a really good friend of ours and a Sasquatch researcher in the southeast of the U.S., he actually put whistles out for his area, and when he would go into that area, he would hear the whistles being blown. So he said, try the whistles. We also have a piece of jade. We have a piece of quartz. This is the loonie that was put out a year ago when we were here with Merle, and we traded the staff for the loonie and the quarter that we replaced it with that disappeared but seemed to reappear out of nowhere. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
All right. So let's make our way to the next site. Tim, while we're doing this, for people who may be watching for the first time, why don't you give a reason why we are armed with pointy sticks?
Oh, yes. Our regular disclaimer. So, what happened is we live in northern British Columbia, and the reason that we have pointy sticks is for protection against predatory animals. We have grizzlies, we have black bear, we have cougar, we have wolves, we have those rampant squirrels. No. Yeah, we do have some very, very predatory natured animals out here, and this is just for our safety. And again, as always, we always start off, and we don't film it, but Dave, usually the master of ceremonies, so to speak, and says hello to all the spirits and the Sasquatch and stuff that are out here, and let them know that we have absolutely zero intent on pointing or using these against them. So, and we put it out there for the normal animals, so to speak. Same thing. We're not here. We don't want to harm anything or anyone or whatever. So that's why we're carrying them.
All right. So this is, if you go back to video number 1 on when we did the tour of the area, this is where really our first gifting site was at this tree here back in 2020. And we had some toys out here, including, Tim, if you zoom in on the basketball there. Now that's a little bit flat. It's a little bit worn out. It's been out here for like 5 years, suffering through the elements. But we were able to put a gifting site up here after in this area through these trails right here in 2018. This is in this trail section here where myself and Merle actually heard the samurai chatter of the talking. And to this day, that still kind of puts goosebumps on my arms. So we're moving this back, all these trinkets here, we're moving them back to this tree. And there's a reason behind this that I think that Tim should actually talk about. So I'm going to steal the camera here. All right, Timmy.
How do I look? No.
You look beautiful.
So this was the original site, obviously, like Dave said, the original gifting site. And this was where we found my wife's ID on the last video or the video before. I don't recall.
Last video. And it was right in there.
Yes.
Sitting in all of that broken wood, kind of like right where my foot is right here.
Mm-hmm.
It was just sitting there. So tell about your wife losing the ID.
So what had happened is she had gone to Papa Squat, but it was way over the other side. She was wearing her coat, but her coats have these flaps that close over on the side. So impossible kind of for them just to fall out. She didn't mess around with her clothes or anything. We did our walk around. We wandered around and showed her the place. And then she got home and she goes, I can't find my stuff. So Dave and I were talking on the way up, and it makes sense. Put on your woo hat for a second. This is the original gifting site. My wife did not lose her ID up here. Everything we've worked around, there's no possible way, or shouldn't say possible, no conceivable way that we can think of that she lost her ID. So when we came back up here and we found it, like Dave said, maybe that's the whole point, is that something found it, Sasquatch, whatever the case may be, picked it up and put it over here because this is their gifting site. They knew that we would find it here. So quite possibly that is what occurred, knowing that we would come back to the spot and it was sitting there. And again, Dave made a point on the way up. There was no chew marks, no teeth marks, nothing in it. It was just laid out in plain view for all of us to see. So this is...
And for the skeptics out there...
Hang on, spin you around.
And for the skeptics out there, we're not thinking woo right off the bat.
No.
You know, is it possible that her ID had moved up in her pocket and somehow slipped out? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the weird part about it. Tim's wife was never in this spot.
No.
She was over here. She was wandering through there.
Mm-hmm.
She was in this area here. She did come over to this spot.
Yes.
Right here. Okay. But she never went that way, because you and I took a few steps in there that way, but she didn't follow us.
No.
So the fact that her ID was found right down here is weird. It's odd. It doesn't make sense. And like I said, there could be logic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We could be thinking logic. And one of the things for our skeptics, and I know there's a few of you out there, so good on you for questioning things. We're looking for logic first. Okay, just because we believe in the woo, and Spaced Out Radio is literally about the woo.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking for logic first. What are you picking up? You gotta...
I'm cornering my eyes again. I'm getting
a lot of that too.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it's not just me.
Yeah, it's not just you. Like I told you, man, there are things watching us out here.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing things move out of the corner of my eyes, but
yeah,
that's okay.
So we're going to put this stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
So originally, in the original gifting site, we had the orange ball.
Right.
We had some glass rocks from the dollar store. Okay, you know, those polished round glass rocks. We had, in this little spot here, we had, you know, one of those plastic popsicles that you open it up and the gumballs are in there.
Yes.
We had one of those, and we had the 3 rocks there and a nickel.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to place these items here to see if it is familiar to those areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a piece of jade here. I'm going to place the piece, put the jade there. The quartz, oh, come on. the quartz there. We'll put the 2 coin or the loonie there, and maybe find a space for that quarter here. Maybe right here.
Perfect.
We'll put that right there so you can see where they are.
We're getting eaten alive. Sorry about the camera moving, guys. I'm just trying to get the bugs off me.
And where do we want to put the whistle? Because the whistle being orange is, if somebody walks by here, the whistle is going to attract somebody.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will also say, why don't you put up a trail camera? This is why so far. When this entire idea came to me in November, when I started getting haunted by the location, the one thing that the phenomena said to me in a meditation was, we want you to go 6 times and do nothing. Okay, just sit there and listen, walk around, listen, but don't do anything. We do have trail cams. I have 2. Tim has a couple. And eventually trail cams will go up. But right now what we're trying to do is build trust that if it is Sasquatch that we're trading items with, we want to try and build that trust, because for some reason, if you've talked to and heard people talk about Sasquatch, they always seem to know where the trail cams are. And we don't want to take that chance. We want to make sure that we have the ability to do proper research here, because I guess we're researchers on this project now, Tim.
Apparently.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do is build that trust, and in a couple weeks, maybe a month from now or 2, we will be putting trail cams out here just to see, but we got to try and get some action happening first. So what do you think? Should I hang it or just leave it wrapped up and put it in the tree?
I would put it in, wrap it up and put it in the tree, because my experience is that orange, that blaze orange, is visible for a reason, and you can really, really, really see that from a distance in here.
There's a little nook right here. I'm going to put it right in that little nook right there.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, because if anybody walks through here, they're not going to see the orange.
No.
So I'll walk out of the way and you can...
Perfect. No, that's great. So we got the whistle, the quartz and the jade, the quarter, the loonie, and the tennis ball, or the little basketball.
All right, can you hit stop for a second? All right, so we've just finished up with the gifting site. We're going to leave this here, and we're just going to say out loud, to whoever or whatever has been with us at the previous gifting sites, leaving us things, taking things, returning them. We are putting it back here. We're going to see if that's a sign. And when we're back next week, we'll check it again. Personally, I think it'll take a few weeks. It might be sooner. But as Robin Haynes says in regards to gifting sites, and Daryl Denton has pretty much said the same thing, Sasquatch doesn't seem to like change very well. Okay, so they may not be used to this, even though we had this happen here from 2020 at this tree. They may not be ready for the new stuff that's here.
True.
So we're going to give it a few weeks, and sometimes it takes a few weeks for everything to kind of settle down and get them used to it. The one thing I do like about this area is it is out of the way. So if you look through, see where these front trees are right here, we're probably, as the crow flies, 50 yards from base camp?
Well, that, yes.
Okay. And the crash site would be through that more denser tree level over here, which is probably about 70 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to head back. We're going to leave this section right now, and we're going to figure out what else we're going to do.
Perfect.
All right, come with me.
Very quiet tonight, and the birds seem to be coming back in towards us right about now. When we first got here, they were quite a ways out.
That's right.
And I will apologize for the camera being all over the place compared to normal. because we are being swarmed by mosquitoes and black flies and horse flies.
Oh, look at that. What kind of feather is that?
That would be a hawk. Or an owl. No.
That is beautiful.
Well, keep that, buddy. Oh, wow.
That is beautiful.
What is that? That's a hawk.
Is it a hawk feather?
I think so.
Is there any more around here?
No, maybe he was sitting up in this tree here pruning
Maybe.
or preening or whatever.
I'm taking this.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, let's just
Perfect.
until I get back to the campsite so I don't wreck it.
No, for sure. Yeah, I feel like we have an audience tonight.
Totally have an audience tonight. And just for the record, I don't mean this as any disrespect
Oh, yeah.
to First Nations people. I'm not trying to mimic or anything like that. I'm just putting this here because that way I can keep my hands free and push things away or shoo the flies or the mosquitoes away until we get back to camp. Then I'm going to put it in a safer place. Marbles are still there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, after about 18 seconds of debate, we've decided to take this potential hawk or owl's feather, and we are going to take this to the gifting site as well and put it there because it just looks peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it would be a good natural offering. So let's head back. I'm going to grab my camera too first before I do anything more.
All right. Leave me alone, you stupid bugs.
Oh, these flies are horrible. All right. Let's go. This is beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Man. I'm just going to put this here so we could get the trees out of the way. Once again, no disrespect. I'll take this route here first.
Yeah, because I want to kick this metal thing.
Hey, you didn't kick it.
There's a first for everything, I suppose.
Right? All right. Pretty open in here. Take that out. It almost feels like it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Have one of those old 80s, 90s 7-Up commercial rains in here because it's so muggy out here right now.
Yes, it most certainly is.
All right.
Very humid.
So what we will do is we'll put the feather right there.
Camouflage, too. Excellent.
Yeah. Let's see if that works.
All right.
You never know. You never know. Oh, whistle's still there.
Yeah, it's been all of about 90 seconds. You
I
just
know.
never know. But you never know.
There's always that hope. No, I feel better putting that there rather than taking it home.
All right.
Is it skunk or is it something else? I've never smelled a Bigfoot. I've been around them. I've never had the odor. So I'm not sure if this is skunk.
Yeah, it does stink, doesn't it? If it's skunk, it's old.
No, dude.
No, but you know what I mean?
Like that odor when we just came up here was not here.
No.
Like that odor when we just came up here was not here.
No.
Like that odor when we just came up here was not here.
No.
Like that odor when we just came up here was not here.
No.
All right. Do we have a skunk or should we be aware?
Oh, here comes the rain. Huh.
It's not over here.
No, definitely not.
Cool.
Yeah, right here. Holy.
Oh, yeah.
Smell that, eh?
Whew. So is it a skunk or is it something else?
Well, if it was a skunk, you'd probably be seeing it. Because they're not the most stealthiest little critters.
Well, I know that, but there's a million hiding spots in here.
True.
And I just don't want to be sprayed by it if it is a skunk.
No. Yeah, geez.
It dies off here. I don't smell it here.
No, I smell it here.
Let's follow the trail.
Squirrels. The mushrooms in the trees? No. Whew.
That's fresh moose poop.
Yeah. What is underneath this tree over here?
Where?
Right at the base of the tree. Hang on a second. Wrong way. Just that like right there. See at the base of the tree here?
Underneath that hole?
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Maybe she's skunky.
Well, just there's not really a. Well, there is a hole that goes underneath there.
Yeah. See, but there's no smell over here.
No. Well, it sprayed something there.
Yep.
That's weird. Let's classify that as a skunk first.
Yep.
Before we think it's Sasquatch.
Yes. See, now it's gone.
The skunk smell would still be here.
Oh, you would suspect, yes. Huh.
What the hell?
Yeah, it smelled like skunk cabbage, if anybody knows what that is.
We don't have skunk cabbage here, though.
Well, no, it wouldn't be up here because there's no swamp. Or no marshland up in here.
No smell here now.
Nope.
Well, oh, here it is here.
Yep.
It was just not there a second ago.
No.
It was just not there a second ago.
No.
It was just not there a second ago.
No.
It was just not there a second ago.
No.
I can still smell it.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. There it is. Yeah, holy.
That's what I'm saying.
Right here.
So the question is that a skunk spraying, marking its territory? I don't know. Do skunks do that? I'm not familiar
I don't know.
with skunks.
But we would have smelt that coming in.
It was not
I would
here.
suspect.
It was not here when we came in.
No.
And it was definitely not Tim or myself.
No.
Let's just be. Let's get back to base camp here because it is starting to rain, and I want to just make sure we can keep everything a little bit dry.
For sure.
Looking at the horizon, it looks like this will pass over.
Yeah. Again, I just got a whiff of it.
Oops. Well, Lon did say that he felt some sentient energy over here, but I didn't think he meant some sentient stink.
No. We were expecting cinnamon.
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 Not the other stuff. All right.
There it is.
Yeah, you kicked it.
Yeah, I got it.
Of course you did. Good job. I'm going to put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the quarter of the loony back on that trail
Okay.
when we come back here next week.
This one over here where we found it last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at the other gifting site where the marbles are.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Wouldn't it?
All right.
All right.
I swear I just saw something walk through there.
What do you think you saw? Like a shadow or something else?
No, looked more. Whoa.
Where are you getting it?
Right in this opening. But yeah, it was more whitish. Well, the cows are going.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in the background, bud.
Okay. Oops. It's all right.
So it feels like after a little bit of peace here, but all of a sudden, as we said when we first came in, it felt like there were eyes all around us. I'm feeling the eyes in this area here,
Right.
and I'm feeling them over here. And I feel like there's some sort of paranormal activity movement in here. Now, have I seen anything? No, these are just feelings that I'm getting. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to head right back up to where those skunk smells were. We're going to see if they are still there.
Alrighty.
And we're going to patrol and see if there's any other skunk smells around as well.
And believe me when I say to you that, again, the camera is picking up a much more light than what actually is happening here.
Oh, does it feel heavy in here?
Mm-hmm.
This is a totally different feeling right now.
Yep.
Like I am goosebumping.
Yeah, you and me both.
Like I don't want to go this way, but
Nope.
we're going.
Okay.
We're going.
We're doing it.
Just in case.
Yep, I did the same thing over on my right side.
So this was one of the areas where there was a heavy skunk smell.
Yeah.
Right at this tree. There's nothing.
Not at all.
There's no skunk smell whatsoever. Let's go back over here.
Oh. I just got a whiff of it. Nope.
No skunk smell here whatsoever.
Nada.
It does not feel comfortable in here right now.
Nope. Yeah, it's almost like I feel like we just walked in and interrupted something.
Right? That's exactly how I feel. Like I feel very uninvited.
Yep.
Not uncomfortable, scared, uninvited.
No.
But just like, what are you guys doing back here?
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, this feels weird in here.
Agreed. So many dark little holes in here right now.
I just had like really heavy in my head. Don't go over there.
I just got nope, nope, nope in my head. Oh my God, now I'm goosebumping hard.
We're in a dilemma here.
Are we?
Do we? No, this is time 6.
Yep.
Time 7 and on, we can go.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'll go for that for sure.
I get the feeling there's something over here.
Yep. I just heard, like I said, as soon as you said that, when I was walking up here, that's all I got was nope, nope, nope.
1 second here. It's not a paranormal feeling either.
No.
Did you just hear that?
Yep.
That sounded like samurai chatter over here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should stand our ground.
Nope.
It's
No, I'm just thinking the same sort of thing, man.
maybe it was a bird.
Could have been. Huh.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. It's, my total instinct is that there's something over in this area. Pressure right here, right in between the eyes.
Feel like we're being surrounded. That could be just my mind.
Well, that's kind of what they do, and they kind of give off that. Oh hell, what's the term I'm looking for here? I know one of our listeners is going to be like, "Give us a sign that you're around." Can you do that for us, please? Tap on a tree for us if you don't mind. Mind speak. That's the word I was looking for.
Mind speak.
Mind speak. Now the birds are getting loud.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's go. That was weird.
Yes, I would agree. Oh,
Oh, I keep going the wrong way. Boy, does it feel like we were being watched.
hardcore. But it feels like lots of eyes. You know what I mean?
Oh, it isn't one set.
Okay, cool.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like I said, felt like we were being surrounded in a not in a threatening way, but like we were being viewed from all angles. And I'm still feeling it in here.
Well, at least you get your opportunity to kick the
Kick the metal again?
metal again.
Sweet. That was a twig. That wasn't me. See, then we get out here.
It calms down.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a quick look for any footprints.
Sure.
That's your boots.
Still going. SD. All right. And away we go. Whew.
I am goosebumps like anything right now.
Yep.
It's over here.
Yep.
It's not there. It's over here. Oh my god, I just took 2 steps there and all of a sudden that you know, those insta goosebumps
Yeah.
come up. This is so weird.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Totally.
But Lon told us that this would be some type of sentient type energy. But it doesn't feel like that. Where are you? Hold right there, buddy. God, I love these binoculars.
My ears are just pounding in here.
Maybe turn around and just show where camp is, just to show how close these energies are to where we are.
Right there. And there's where the Jeep is. We're right behind it, so...
We're about 30 yards away from the Jeep right now.
Yeah.
As Samantha Mowat would say, it totally feels like ET energy around here right now. The energy's dying off.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling I know why.
What are you thinking?
Pointy sticks.
Yeah. If you're listening, again, we aren't here to use these against you. This is to keep the predators at bay if they decide to come in.
I have an idea.
What do you think?
See the opening on the trail right here?
Yep.
Let's go camp there and see if this energy here picks back up.
Sure.
Ooh.
Right up my back.
I don't want to go down there today.
Nope. No, I got it. I've got something like it just shot right up my back and through my arms.
Okay. There's the tree. Where's the see-through? Right here.
Yeah.
Is this it, or is it over here? It's right here. Let's just wait.
Excuse me.
Way to give away our position. This is the shit I need to deal with every time.
Well, you come up here by yourself.
No.
No, I get it.
You know, I see these trees here, and all I can think about is filling up my woodshed.
Right.
These are the perfect size.
That's a little better. Lens was a bit mucky.
I thought I heard a person's voice over here after that bird went.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go over here.
All right.
No skunk smells.
Not at all.
Let's put me under the Estes method.
Alrighty.
Just feels like there's eyes all around camp.
Yep. Yep, I believe that is what I'm feeling as well.
I get fooled by that stump every time. The energy's calmed down again.
Yeah, for sure. But the tinnitus in my ears today. I just
ask them to turn it down.
Could you please turn that down? That's deafening. Are you kidding me? That worked. Holy. That was weird. All right. We will be back in 2 seconds here and get Dave all set up.
All right.
There we go. Wild horse.
Coming out of the forest, and there's a wild horse right in the middle of the road.
Freaked the crap out of me.
See if he'll let us pass. Bet she's gonna dart here.
Maybe. Well, he's definitely taking the path of least resistance. Not
He's
running through the
gorgeous.
bush. He is.
Look at him. He is gorgeous. Well, he's letting us catch up. He might let us pass here. Nope, there he goes. We're getting a little too close on him here. See, I don't want to pass him because it might spook him and he might. I don't want to hurt him. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, dude.
Well, just carry the way. This is kind of cool.
It is, right?
I'm trying to stay on this side just to show him that we're not going to hurt him.
Oh, it's your music. I thought I could hear things in the background.
Freaking gorgeous. Buddy, I'm trying to pass you.
He's got 1 horsepower and he's giving her. Says thanks for the lights.
All right.
I can see now.
This guy's gorgeous. I think this is the same bush we caught prior.
Could be.
Yes, he's looking for an escape route out. He's nervous. I'm just going to stop here. Is he going to move off into the trees there? Yeah, there he goes. There he goes.
Right on.
Beautiful. Just like that, he vanishes.
Yeah, drive right by and you wouldn't even see him.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, Lon, how you doing?
Okay.
We just got out of the.
I can hardly
We
okay, I got you now.
Okay, we just got out of the forest, and Tim and I are sitting here in Tim Hortons parking lot because we figured we'd be nice and Canadian for you.
Well, yeah, I missed the coffee.
So, what did you get tonight?
Oh my God! Well, I tell you, I already told you what I had picked up on the first RV. The second attempt was a little bit different. I went through the same thing. I started picking up some unfamiliar energy, like I had earlier.
Right.
And but I felt a little uneasy about it. I wasn't sure what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started noticing a presence of what I was sure was human, and I just didn't get what was going on. And I thought, well, maybe Dave and Tim brought somebody along with them. And I wasn't sure, but I kept seeing it. And then I started thinking, well, maybe there's somebody watching them or somebody around there that they just don't see. So I didn't know what to think. Now, one thing I did start picking up on was around, I don't know, it felt like either a vibrational or a magnetic anomaly, but it was weird because I thought it might be linked to orbs or lights, but I started hearing a distant cracking sound. And as I heard it, it sounded like, I didn't know what it sounded like, but I tell you what I felt. I felt like there was a lot of sadness going on. Almost like it was a funeral. It was weird. It was really strange. So as time went on, I still felt the human energy that I perceived around you, around the area. And again, I thought maybe somebody is watching him somewhere in the woods and he doesn't even know about it. They don't know about it. And about that time, I had texted you, and like you said, I thought that was weird because I didn't know if it'd get through, but apparently it did for a while. It must have went off. But you said that then something strange had happened like 18 minutes before that. And that's when I said, did you see any orbs or lights?
Yeah, I got that text message. We didn't get anything else after that. So,
yeah,
a couple things that happened tonight that were very strange. When we were driving in, when we were about 8 miles from the crash site, or the turnoff to the crash site, we were driving along, and that area is very much known for ranchers to free range their cattle.
Okay.
So I saw a couple of cattle, black cattle, kind of in the trees, probably 70, 80 feet from the road?
Yeah, about that.
Okay, and this is in an area where in 2021, all the trees burnt down in that area. And so you got all the burnt trees still standing, and they were pretty thin, and you could see into the trees very well. But these were only about 70, 80 feet from the road. Here's the problem with the second cow. Okay, it had a mountain lion tail.
Yeah, that wasn't no cow.
And so I put the brakes on, and I reversed the vehicle, and Tim's like, what's going on? I said, I just saw a couple of cows there, but I don't think they were cows. And we went back maybe 100 feet in reverse, and these things were gone.
Okay.
I've never seen a cow with a predatory cat tail. And they were the size of cattle.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
what do you think it was?
Lon, I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before, number one. And number two, when you're driving and you just see things, like I kind of have one eye on the gravel road. We're not going very fast because it's a gravel road.
Right.
But I got one eye, like Tim's looking out his window in the passenger seat to see if he can see anything. And the funny part about that was, just minutes before, I had said to Tim, it feels like there's a Sasquatch in this area.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, we have this happen, and I see these two cattle, kind of out of the corner of my eye, even though I'm kind of looking in that direction, like kind of on an angle so I can see the road and the side of the road at the same time if there's anything walking by. And that's where I see these two. And like I said, they're maybe 70, 80 feet off the road. They're not far.
Right.
And what caught my attention was the tail on the cow, on the second cow, because normally a cow's tail is always dangling in between its legs.
Right.
This was sticking right out like a black cat, man.
Oh my God.
And you know how the black cats, when they stick their tail out straight, it kind of has that curl at the end?
Yeah, they always do.
That's what it looked like. And then when we reversed it, like Tim even went into the area where I saw them, and there was nothing there.
No.
But there was a strange smell.
Yeah. I walked in just to see if, I could find any prints or anything like that. And there was nothing, because it was super soft ground up in there. And we got up there, or I walked in there, and right into where Dave said he had seen them. And as soon as I got into this little, I guess, clearing, it stunk. It stunk. It was like, I was like, what the heck is that smell? But everything else around, there was a game trail, a small game trail that was walking up through the trees, like a deer trail. But there was nothing substantial enough that, that for something that large like Dave saw, there was nothing trampled down. There wasn't a bed, nothing.
And there's no dips or drops in the land.
No.
It's like flat ground. What we're looking at here, it's not like there's any little valleys or anything like that for them to go into.
And the other thing is in my experience being out there, is that if it's a cow or if it's something like that, cows usually would run off into the trees a little bit and then stop, turn around and stare at you. There was no sign of anything, nothing. Even the bear, you'd hear them running through, but obviously no tail on them. But there was nothing. Absolutely nothing to see, and you can see for quite a ways.
That's one of the weirdest things I've heard.
Yeah,
that's bizarre.
No, that was really, and I'm kicking myself in the butt because I'm looking to the right, Dave's hanging out the left, and I missed it. I was like, damn.
I don't know what that was, but it vanished, and it wasn't translucent or anything. It looked like the body of a cow. That's why I didn't even bother with it.
Yeah. No, of course.
And they both vanished. It was
well,
odd.
I can't help you on that one. That's a new one to me.
Well, you know what? Maybe it was what is it? Man, bear, pig?
Man, bear, pig. Yeah. The British Columbia man, bear, pig.
Yeah. So the other strange thing that happened was we went to the original gifting site, like the original one from 2020. And we picked up so we cleared the objects from the makeshift one that we were trying to get them to. Okay?
Right.
And we moved it back to the original gifting site from 2020. And we started getting a feeling that there was something big time around watching us.
Yeah.
And we started looking around, trying to hold on, Lon, there's somebody beside us. And Lon, the other weird part that happened while we were in the forest here was we went back and we moved everything to our original gifting site back in 2020, and we started to get the feeling that we were being like watched heavily. And and we started going down one of the trails, and it was like, no, you're not going any further.
No.
You're not like, immediately both Tim and I got this feeling that we need to stop here.
Yeah.
Like, if we go any further, there's going to be trouble.
Right.
And so we took that hint, but as we came back, and we were only, 30 yards from the gifting site?
Yeah, I would say.
All of a sudden, we started smelling skunk everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it was on the ground, and only in certain spots where, like, say, a skunk would quickly spray. We couldn't find
Right.
we couldn't find a skunk, and when we walked into that area originally, there was no skunk smell.
Nothing.
But all of a sudden, we walked back to that spot, and now there's a skunk smell, and then it's odorous around almost near the gifting site.
Yep.
We leave the gifting site because the smell dissipates. We go to a different area on the exit of the trail, and all of a sudden, there's that smell again, and then it dissipates. And on our way out, we found a hawk feather or an owl feather in the tree, just sitting there. I don't know how we missed it going in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, because it was pretty obvious. So we find this owl or hawk feather in the tree. We take it back to the original, or to our base camp, and we were there, 30 seconds?
If that.
30 seconds, we're like, no. I immediately was like, no, this needs to go to the gifting site. So we walked back to the gifting site. There is absolutely no smell of skunk whatsoever. Now, in my experience with Sasquatch, I've never had the pungent, odorous smell. Never had that experience. But
I don't think that was a Sasquatch. I think this may be what I was saying before, some type of celestial being or something that's watching around there. And they're just giving you a sign that they had been there. And I think they have literally gone to those gifting sites while you've been there a couple times before.
Huh.
And the fact that you found that feather, I thought that was pretty interesting, because that's almost like a connection thing. If you're talking about an owl or a hawk feather,
Yeah. Oh,
that's bizarre.
yeah, it's gorgeous too. It like striped and the whole 9 yards. So, yeah. Oh, there's our deer up on the hillside. Sorry.
oh yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely, Dave spotted it right away, and it was just right there. It was like, well, that's weird, just in the tree.
Yeah, just sitting there right in the tree.
Well, like I had told you earlier, I sensed very early that they knew you were coming there.
Mm-hmm.
And, I got that original voice, whatever it was, telling me, and it literally woke me up one morning saying that some will come. And then later on today, I got some are coming. So I don't know what the hell that was.
Me either, man.
Nope.
Me either. I mean, now it's just a matter of reviewing the footage to see if there was any EVPs. We did try the Estes method twice, once on myself, once on Tim. There was no messages, really, no nothing. I was not seeing anything, but the weird part about it is I kept on seeing like a fuzzy face of a gray underneath the blindfold, and it kept showing me a time from when I was a kid, and it kept saying, acknowledge this, and it was all mind speak. It wasn't anything to do with voices coming through.
Yeah, I think that's what you're dealing with for the most part there. Either some type of celestial or maybe some type of otherworldly being that's there on the I think they're there as guardians. I really do.
I think they're there as guardians of the victims of the crash.
Right.
Could be. Could very well be.
That's just the whole feeling I get.
Right. All right, Lon, thank you very much for your time. And
Yeah, I'll get the report out to you tomorrow, and I'll send everything to you.
appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Lon.
Thank you
Okay.
for your time,
You
okay?
Take care.
Take care, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.